here, if you're listening to this on the recording and you're not here right now, then welcome from the past, listening to it now. So if this is your first time here, then welcome. What this is sort of a light, unserious Yiddish class around Yiddish expressions, around the Yiddish language, for people that, for whatever reason, you just don't want to sign up for an 8-week, a 6-week course. You don't want to worry about the accusative case. You don't care about any of that type of stuff. You just want to hang out with Yiddish. You just want to spend time with the Yiddish, maybe with a tour guide, someone like me. Like you go to a museum and someone says, oh, this is such a beautiful word, sentence, painting, sculpture. So we hope to be light, easy, no pain, much gain. And if you have questions, by all means, feel free to interrupt me. This being a Jewish class, that is okay. Won't take it personally.
All two of us?
So, some of the stuff today will be a little interactive. Some of it's more things for you to just say, oh, wow, that's interesting. We hope. And if you learn anything, then that is even better. So I will now share my screen, as everyone is familiar with now since 2020-ish, for better or worse. And if someone could give either a verbal or audio or visual confirmation you can see the screen.
Yes.
Once it shows up for everyone. All right. So,
if you are looking, there are 3 of us.
Oh, this is in several wonderful languages, including Ukrainian and Russian. And down below is Georgian.
Their screen
Sorry?
is up. Here it is.
There you go.
Okay. Yep, we
All
can
right.
see it.
Sharing with everyone. Welcome. So, as we like to say in Hebrew and in Yiddish, we like to say Baruch habo to one person, or in plural, more than one person, to a big, beautiful audience. We'd say Baruchim haboim. But maybe you are the curious type to wonder, what does that mean? And what's a way we can interpret Baruch habo outside of welcome? If we unpack this, if we unravel this into Mama Loshin or Tata Loshin, into Yiddish, we can translate this as Gebencht soll sein der vos kommt. Blessed should be the one that comes. So that is how I feel about every individual that decided to make some time for Yiddish, make some space for Yiddish, to keep Yiddish, to be Shomer Yiddish, if you like to use such language. So it is a blessing that you are here. And this word gebenched has had quite the journey. All right. So if you are new here, there's a tradition that I have, if you remember from other times, to set this time apart from the rest of the evening or morning. I like to have our traditional blessing before we learn a nice zaftig piece of Torah, but we are having this blessing in Yiddish. So you can respond to this however you like, including not at all, to when you hear such a blessing. It goes something like this. Gelobt bisti, Rabbeinu shel olam, unser Gott, der König von der Welt, Was hat uns geheiligt mit seinen Mitzvahs und befeuillen sich zu lernen die Rede von Teure. So, Umein, Yefe, MS, easy for you to say. Welcome to Yiddish land. Population, wow, there's not 34 people here in this Zoom. All right. So,
how many are there?
There's not 34 people here.
Okay.
One less than 35. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's strange to count people in Jewish sometimes. I like to be vague. So before we start talking about Yiddish and how great it is and all the stuff like that, we should at least have a temporary agreement on what we mean when we say Yiddish. And the definition that I think satisfies the most of us is any manner of which Jews communicate to each other to express something unique to Jewish life. So you can argue there are many Yiddishes. There's many Jewish languages. Many of us, maybe we speak different with our Gentile neighbors than we do with our Jewish family. Sometimes we code switch. Sometimes we speak using more Jewish words with our Jewish friends and less with our non-Jewish friends. So Jewish English, that's a Yiddish, Judeo-English, as you say. But today we're talking about, the big capital Yud, the big Y, Yiddish. So I wanted to either not get this out of the way, but not forget that we have Rosh Hashanah, and there's also January 1st. And how does the Jew navigate these things? And maybe it would sound strange if someone called you on January 1st and said L'Shana Tova. You would say, you're several months too late, but thank you for the New Year's greeting. So to distinguish, we say a Freilikin Sylvester. And as you can see on the left, for most of us, Sylvester is the cat. And this reminds us of some Pope-type individual from the year 400. Some held he was somewhat anti-Semitic. Some held he was, for the times, not so anti-Semitic. Anyways, Pope Sylvester, Saint Sylvester, on January 1st. So for Jews, we like to say a Freilikin Sylvester to avoid the awkwardness of, L'Shana Tova on January 1st. And also something I should add, if you want to add something or contradict something or just unmic and let it rip. No problem. But I wanted to give us today some choices, something of a menu, to see where our curiosity will take us. So what looks good? What looks interesting here?
Cursed expressions.
Okay, I'm hearing you want to go straight to the cursed expressions. No surprise. Okay, we will get right to the stuff here. And I like to say that for every curse we learn, we should maybe try to learn 2 blessings, just so we're not, walking around picking fights that we can't win. Anyways, so in the department of curses, I guess I could ask the greater audience, what can someone tell me? What are some elements or aspects of the Yiddish curse? What are some features that it usually has, that it never has? Anyone have a word?
Funny.
Okay. And why is it funny?
Because you're always telling people the opposite of what you really think.
Ooh,
Oh,
interessant. So we're being sort of there's always some sort of
Very sarcastic.
very sarcastic. Sehr gut. No, someone says analogies. Lots of comparisons. You know, you're like this, you're like that. And oftentimes some of these comparisons are to things that like no one's even seen anymore. Like there's a common one, not a common one, but the one that comes to mind, Narish v. the Chazin's Indik. That you're as foolish as the cantor's turkey. You're like, okay, that's just a very old-timey type of thing. Any other have any aspects or elements of the Jewish curse?
It's often ironic.
Often ironic.
And it can be personal.
Personal.
You call somebody a schmuck.
And you call there's really nothing ironic there. Schmuck is a schmuck. But you're right, is that usually the shorter it is, the more serious. It's easy to say you're a schmuck than to make some sort of funny, clever insult where it sort of starts to take on the notion of we're just two friends making fun of each other and who can sound the most outrageous. Usually, so like the shorter, the more severe it sort of is. And they always have a lot of ironic things to them. There's usually a lot of suffering. There's a lot of focus on the body and health and wellness, but not about sex. That's not a negative thing in Jewish. So a lot of Gentile English curses are very explicit in that way, whereas in Jewish, no, those are things to be enjoyed. So let's enjoy. I tried to categorize. That's a word. I tried to categorize these. And here's some that I call cruel and ironic punishment. And as you can see, I hope, these are written in Jewish letters, transliteration, and English. So if you're still learning your Aleph base, if you're still learning your letters, that should not be a barrier if you want to practice some reading. Would anyone like to give this cruel and unusual a read?
Soll dir donnern in Bauch und blitzen in die Häusen.
Oof. So thunder in your stomach and lightning in your pants. Oh. There's definitely a bathroom sort of humor that we have not outgrown so much as a people. Okay. Next in the ironic punishment department, who would like to enjoy this cursed expression?
I can't see it.
Hopefully it is there.
oh, there it is.
Okay.
Läufen sollst du in Beis Hakisa jede 3 Minuten oder jeder 3 Chadushim.
So that you should run to the toilet every 3 minutes or every 3 months. So, as in this room full of Ashkenazi Jews, we've all had at least both of these problems. At least once in the life.
It's not
The
so
last
much
one, I think, in the
ironic as
series-
it is gross.
Sorry?
I said it's not so much ironic as it is gross.
Sure, you're right. I think it's the every 3 months or every 3 minutes. That's the you can change it to 6 minutes, 2 minutes. All right. How about this last one in the series of that topic? Or, well, this is sort of the opposite of soll dir versparen von front und hinten. That you should be constipated. Finally, an end to the thing from the front and back. So, all right. In the other department, who would like to enjoy this one, starring the probably most well-known figure in the Jewish curse, the Schlemazel? Who or what is the Schlemazel?
A Schlamazel fällt auf den Rücken und sie klappt sich die Nose.
It's just their luck. It's just their luck that they'd fall on their back and bang their nose. Only the Schlemazel can do that. All right, from the Department of Odd Threats, Outcomes, and Situations. So some of these are just bizarre, where maybe it's just designed to confuse your enemy more than insult them. But who would like to enjoy this one?
Es art mich wie die Katz von Mittwoch.
Shkoya. So, very nice way of someone to say to someone, you know, I don't give a whatever you want. As in, my dog doesn't know that it's Tuesday. That's about how much I care about this.
I mean, these things sound to me like just Jewish humor.
Well,
You know, it sounds to me, I don't think it's an insult. It sounds to me, I don't know, I just sort of think it's funny.
I mean, it's a sarcastic response that could either be insulting or kind of humorous. How about this one? Some of these are different levels of aggression and levels of antagonizing.
Der Kopf soll im Rock.
On a rope. His head should, to him, down. His head should fall off. Said usually of an annoying type of person. I think this one's the strangest one. Who would like to enjoy this one?
Ich will machen von deiner Kischkes a Telfen.
So, I mean, this is funny for a lot of reasons. Phones don't have kishkas anymore. But to call this the kishka, what, you know, I'm going to beat you up. What is this going to mean? I don't know. It's more from the bizarre and interesting department file. How about this one? This one's pretty rough. Who would like to give this a read?
Vergelt und vergrinnt sollst du werden.
Harsh. That is harsh. That you should yellow. We have this first word, vergelt. And you can see the word gel, the word yellow. And just like plants that you neglect, that's what happens when a plant, you don't water it. That's vergelt. It withers, it yellows. And then we have the other color, green. And if you've ever read a comic book in the past 100 years or seen a cartoon, green is always the color someone's face when they're going to be sick. See, I even said be sick. They're going to throw up.
So you should vergrinen is to get nauseous, to get sick, to feel ill, to have a stomach ache, to want to throw up, all the above.
Can I make a comment?
Please do.
I just think that you should wither and become sick should be in parenthesis, and the translation of that should be what the words you should become yellow and green. That is Jewish, and that's Yiddish, that's Jewish, that's funny. You should wither and become sick, not funny.
I think I want to agree with you. Yeah, like you should yellow and green.
Yeah, you should become yellow and green.
Let's do it now. Why not? Let's change it.
Right? I mean, right? That's sort of like when I went to see Fiddler on the Roof in Yiddish, and they translated it into English, which was absolutely not funny, but some of the Yiddish I could understand, and it made me laugh. But I never laughed when I heard it in English.
You're right. You're right. 100%.
And should we say get green? How does that work?
Well, I don't know. What is
Turn.
vergreen? Sollst du werden? You become. Werden, right?
Turn.
Yeah, like
Turn.
get, become. Ooh, turn.
Turn.
Ooh, that's even worse. As in better. You should yellow and turn green. Wow.
Well, what does fargeld
Thank you.
mean? Doesn't that mean get? Yeah. What is fargeld? Geld?
Fargellen is to wither.
Is what?
Wither.
To wither.
Oh.
Like a plant you neglect.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
Wither, I think.
Yes.
W.
That's right.
Wilt.
Yes.
Ooh, you should wilt and wither. That's sort of
Yeah, that's better, but yellow and green is even funnier. I just think it's much funnier.
Shkoya. Thank you for saying so. Like, I really appreciate you. All right. Maybe you'll have a comment on this one too, because it's a very similar, vibe here. Give a read if you like, and what you get from it.
Sollst du kränken und gedenken? Uh-oh, what happened?
Sollst du kränken und gedenken. Yeah, I mean, it rhymes in Yiddish.
You should get sick and remember.
You should get sick and remember it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, in English when we say, and don't you forget it.
No, not necessarily. I mean, if you really wanted to curse somebody and they get really sick and you really are cursing them and you say, you should get sick and you should always remember that you're sick. That's nasty.
Yeah, and like, remember that, like, I'm the one that made you sick. Even worse.
No, but I mean, you could say it like if you want somebody really to be sick, like you really can't stand someone, or your teenager comes home drunk and gets sick all over the place, and you say to them, you should be sick and remember it.
Yes.
Whoa. Well,
It has both kind of ways of, depending on your severity at the moment.
wow. Interesting analogy with the drunken teenager, because I was that drunken teenager once, and that's
I wonder where that came from. I don't know.
what sort of what my mom said to me. She was dragging me up the steps. What's wrong? In English. All right, good times. So this one, more of the ironic, sort of funny. Who would like to give this a read?
Can't see it.
If you can see, I hope.
Soll herabschlingen a Schirm und soll sich ihm öffnen in Bauch.
That he should swallow down an umbrella and it should open up in his stomach. So straight up just, general suffering.
This is
But in a
hyperbole.
very, very creative.
Hyperbole was a word I wanted to mentioned way back at the beginning.
Hyperbole.
It's typical of a lot of curses.
And this word that we see in a lot of them, Zol, like the namesake of our class that we're, I want you should. Ich will du sollst. Zollen being the thing you want to see happen in life. All right, so now slightly different. As I was saying, the shorter the curse, the meaner it is. How would you interpret wer geharget?
Drop dead.
Drop dead. You get the idea. However you like to, how would you interpret? And see, that's just two words. You don't need, the front, the back, the lightning, the thunder. It's just F you. This one's probably the more popular one.
Gay into it.
Also
Also drop dead. Go in the earth.
Yeah, another lot of synonyms. See, they were so horrible I couldn't even type it. It was too bad.
Yes.
So a lot of people ask sometimes, they'll say, Avi, what's the worst thing you can say in Yiddish? They'll asking for like the worst swear. And sometimes people are thinking like, oh, that's going to be like the dirtiest thing I've ever heard in my life or something like that. And like I said, our swears don't really go in the sexual department with the whole, not how we think about things. But the worst thing you can say to someone in Jewish after you mention their name is this phrase, Yemach Shemo.
His name should be blotted out.
Does this come up to anyone?
Like Amalek.
Who said that? Someone said Shkoya. Nachon Yefeh. Your name should be erased. This is, you have no present, no past, no future, no descendants, no memory. You were just into the dumpster of time.
What is the, if you don't want to write that whole thing out, is it yud with two little apostrophes and then a shin? If you don't want to write, like when we do Zichrono Livracha, it's a Zion and a Lamed. What is this, a yud and a shin? If you see it in front by somebody's,
Oh, I don't know if I've seen that as the acronym. That I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Is it? That's what I was ask you. Is there an acronym?
Oh, I would guess, right? I would guess no, because it's only 3 letters on each side. But I could be wrong. There could be something else. There could be. But as we know, Yemach Shemo is not just someone that mows their lawn too early. This is for the very serious types. It's not just someone that steals your newspaper. It's reserved for the worst of the worst types. As it says, Hitler, Yemach Shemo, ist gestorben in Berlin. So, very special realm of people, not just someone that mows their lawn too early or this and that. However, this word is not so off limits that you never use it. So it tends to soften a little bit if you give it that Slavic personification of a nick. There's lots of words you can think of in Yiddish and Jewish English that end in nick, but it's still negative. It's definitely not a nice thing to say, but you get your Yemach Shemonik and your garden variety asshole. So, while certainly not a nice thing to say, it's less so than what we just saw. And what's interesting is the Yemach Shemonik is 99.9% always a man, to the point that, we're saying that the Yemach Shemonitze, it's not that the wife is an asshole, She just unfortunately is married to one. So there really sort of isn't a word for a woman of this caliber. But if you're married to one, God help you, then there is. Questions, complaints?
I think Shmonitsa should be spelled Tes Sadi Ayin at the end.
Se. Shoni. Oh, you are right. Oof, I have Tuis Shimonitse.
Tes Sadi Ayin.
It should have an ayin at the end.
It should have the tes first also.
Tes Sadi.
Or no tes.
Shemo.
Or no
Nitse.
tes.
Nitse.
Yeah, it could be no tes.
Nitse.
Just a nitze, yeah.
Ooh, a scharfer Eugen. A sharp eye. All right. Was noch?
Yeah, no tes, no
Curses.
tes. According to this, it's no tes.
No tests?
Right.
Ah. So, like we were saying, the longer the curse, the more funny or less serious it's supposed to be. So here is a klole. A klole is a curse. Fun es, about food. So, does anyone, I didn't get to fit transliteration on this. Does anyone want to try reading it classic without?
Sure.
All right.
Essen sollst du gehackte Leber mit Zibelis, Schmalzhering, Joich mit Knedlich, Karp mit Krähen, eingedämmt mit Zimmis, Latkes, Tee mit Zitron, jeden Tag. Und sollst du sich mit jedem Biss dersticken.
Oof, terrible. You want to interpret anything?
I don't understand the last.
Like the punchline?
Yeah, mit jedem Biss dersticken. Dorstick is thirsty, but dersticken? I don't know.
Dersticken is to choke.
And and with every bite you should choke.
So look at this lovely
right.
Suda.
All right, you should eat chopped liver with onions, schmalzhering, soup with knedlach, carp and grain and horseradish. Roast meat
Just,
with
a rump roast. Just some sort of roast.
Okay. A roast with timis, a latkes, tea with lemon, and every day. And you should, with every bite, choke.
Shkoya. Terrible. So chances are you don't really mean this. You're just maybe being funny with your friends, and they'll come back with something even more, outrageous or whatever it is.
What is he holding? Looks like an eclair.
Oh, it's supposed to be a stick of butter with a waffle around it. Very, very, very important. All right. So let us go back to the menu, because that was the cursing part of the class.
I mean, you know what this reminds me of?
Tell me.
This one reminds me a lot of in Fiddler, when they're singing and he says, "May God bless and keep the Tsar far away from us."
Yes.
It's exactly the same thing,
Kind of similar sense of humor,
Yeah.
using the words to. All right, what looks good here?
Body part game.
All right, the body part game. All right. The best part is most of us have still all these body parts, God willing.
Don't speak too soon.
So you can cheat. God willing. So the question for this game, was tut es? What does it do? So it has here, for example, we'll do the first one together so you can get the vibe. Die Ohren, your ears. So you can ask yourself, or you can say, me est mit die Ohren, me hört mit die Ohren, me schreibt mit die Ohren. What do you think might be the right?
Mehert.
Mehert. What means that?
I hear.
Yeah, you hear with your ears.
Zugring. Zugring.
Zugring? Okay. Zugring. Then try.
Demon laugh with the oil.
Zet. Zet. Zet.
Zet. See with your eyes. Hopefully these might get a little more challenging. We'll see. Tos moil.
Meret.
Meret.
Meret. Hint.
Schreibt.
Schreibt. Nechon. Also klug. Die Fies.
Wait a minute, you're not telling what the other ones mean.
Mekocht is you cook. Meret, you speak. And beläuft, you run.
In life?
Maybe you.
Yeah, you cook with your feet. Oh.
Ich läuf mehr nicht.
Oh, never. Okay. Die Nose. Was tut man mit die Nose?
Schmeckt.
Was meint schmecken?
Smell.
To smell. So, me schläft, you sleep with your nose. Meret mit the nose. Die Lippen. Was tut man mit den Lippen? Meret.
Me kuscht. Me kuscht.
Amol. Jo. Die Lungen. Was tut man mit die Lungen?
Attemt.
No. Was meint atmen?
Breathe.
To breathe. Me esst, me tracht. No, me atmet. Die Finger. Was tut man mit die Finger?
Me weiß.
Me weiß.
Oh, because you point.
Yeah. This is your Weis finger. Your pointing finger. Your showing finger.
What's drink?
Trinken is to drink.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like that. In the schluft, one sleeps.
Avi, have a little typo there, and it should be
typo.
schloft. The L should come before the O.
Oh, yeah. Schoft.
Oh. Seid mir mal. Oh. I'll fix it now to avoid future embarrassment.
Also missing the T at the end of Meweist.
Meweist. Oof. How come it's not working? Oh man. Hold on everyone, sorry. Tried to do one thing. Didn't work. Meweist. And Mishlof, not Mish. Well, let me fix that. No, it will. Does anyone else sleep with their finger?
Schlaf. You sleep with your.
Used to when I was a child.
All right, Mishloft.
In Mona?
Much
Yeah.
All right, two more body. Oh, one more body part. Ditsane. Ditsane.
Kite. Kite.
Yeah, kite. Yeah.
Ja, was meint kaien?
Chew.
To chew.
Grind. Yeah.
To chew, to dance, to go. No, you chew with your teeth. A few. Let us try this for an experiment. Oh, this is always popular because there's different answers that you could give.
Mach
But
größer,
the
bitte.
goal. Пожалуйста. The question
There we go.
is asking how many days are there in a week, but your goal is that your answer has to be wrong.
Huh?
Anyone want to give a wrong answer?
Zwei.
Anyone want to give a wrong answer in a full sentence?
Es sind da 10 Tag in a Woche.
Oh, a metric Woche. A metric week. Shkoya, that is definitely wrong. All right. Was tut man auf Shabbos?
Shabbos mit Arbeit.
Oof. God forbid. All right. Was noch tut man auf Shabbos?
Essen.
No, you do.
Okay.
Essen, Dublin.
Wrong answers only.
Oh,
Man schreibt auf Shabbos.
Yeah. All right. Wie viel Chadoshim seinen da in a Jahr?
10.
10. Okay.
Metric again.
Metric Chadoshim. Shkoya. Metric months. All right. Wie viel Bagel seinen du in a Tuts?
13.
13. Shkoya.
Baker's dozen.
Das heißt a baker's dozen. Was ist Yom Kippur? Was ist Yom Kippur?
Yom Kippur is a freilich yontif.
Is a Stadt in Iowa.
I would say a fish if I could say it in Yiddish.
Fish.
It's a fish. It is a fish.
Fish is fish.
Fish is fish.
Yom Kippur is a yontif mit Essen und Trinken.
Oh, Onashir. Ja. Essen als was bekannt. Ja.
Good.
Was esst man auf Pesach?
Pesach esst man Bräut.
Oh, a pesadika pizza. So, was noch? Reis.
Mit Melf und Bulbus.
Bulbus, the ganze Woche. When is Purim? When is Purim?
Purim is in Sommer.
Purim is in Herbst.
Purim is 1st Juli. 4th of July.
Purim is in California.
Ah,
The Stadt in California.
Purim is Allemol is Purim. All right, noch a Frage mit the wrong answers. Who would like to read?
Oh, wie viele Staaten seien da in die Vereinigten Staaten?
Einige.
Die Vereinigten Staaten hat 57 Staaten. Leute Obama.
Steuer. Es seien da 30 Staaten. And last one of this. Wie viel Mal in a Tug muss davenen a Yid?
A Yid muss davenen 5 Mal a Tag.
Pinkt wie die Mahmediners, just like the Muslims. Wir seien Cousinen. We are cousins. Shkoya, 5 Mal a Tag. That is sehr, sehr fremd. And last but not least, wie viel Minuten seien da in a Schuh?
Sure hat 50 Minuten.
50. All right. That's like a doctor's hour.
Should it be, do you say they're 15 Minuten or Minuten?
Minute. When there's a number, it stays singular for some reason. If it's like a couple minutes, then you can say with plural. Like a por shuin, a por tag. Anyway, so there was one good, where does my good word? Anyway, last one. In welcher Länder reden sie Deutsch?
Brazil.
In Brazil? Noch a land?
What's the country the Nazis always hid out in?
Argentina.
Argentina.
Another one near
Österreich.
Terrible. All right. Has everyone? I guess I'll just ask. Has anyone not heard the word balabos in the life at least once? Is this a new word to anyone? Has no one heard balabos? Okay. Does anyone have a good translation, a good definition of a balabos?
Boss.
It can also be a landlord, the head of a household.
Yeah.
Well, in my life, it was always the woman of the house who did everything.
No, that's the balabusta.
The balabusta.
Balabusta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's with the feminine ending, though. Balabos is man.
We're familiar. So we're familiar with that little pre-word, I guess you call it bal. Base, iron, lamed.
Yeah, Baal.
Which I hope. So, not the monster, but Baal, sort of just like how we think of balabos, is person of, master of, owner of. So a lot of these Baal words that we see in Yiddish, there are hyphenated words, person of something. So there's some sort of a little bit of mental gymnastics that we can do together. But we'll start off kind of with something familiar. We take Baal, we add habayit, and then we get balabos in Yiddish. So, kind of what we were all saying, a balabos is the person, homeowner. We'll just say homeowner. So, we have this word, dea. Anyone has a little bit of Hebrew, it can be helpful in these next 10 minutes.
Like ani yodea.
So sort of define dea. Exactly. Yeah. As a dea as an educated opinion, something that you know. So, what would you sort of, come to the conclusion with the term a baldea, putting these things together?
Professor.
You're there. You're there.
Or an expert on a subject.
Yeah. Person of great respected opinion. So there's some overlap. There's some synonyms. The baldea could definitely be a maven, an expert. But, they really have a trusted, respected opinion. They are a baldea. What is kas? Anyone come across this?
Yeah.
Anger. Yeah.
So what is a good thing or a bad thing? A balkas.
Bad.
What do you think a balkas could be?
He doesn't have any control of his anger.
Like a hothead.
Yeah.
They go off the rails. What do you want to do? Fly off the handle. They get mad very easily.
He's Beroigus.
Broigus also. Veren Broigus. And that person is the balkas. What would we think of diktuk? This one's not as interesting. What's a bal diktuk?
Diktuk is grammar.
Nechon, take. So
the person who probably knows grammar sounds like a...
Oh, I know that voice. I know that voice. Hey, look at Talmud.
A grammar nerd.
Yeah, a grammarian.
Grammarian.
Yeah, it's an English word, right? A grammarian. So again, this person could be a maven, a mumcha, some sort of expert, but what is bitochen?
That means trustworthy.
Shkoya. What is a bal bitochen?
Person who's trustworthy.
Very nice. Sometimes in English we say I'm a person of faith. Sort of a nice way to say someone's an optimist. They always think everything's going to work out. Why? Because they're a bal bitochen. Everything's going to work out eventually. Getting into there. A bal achrayus. What is a bal achrayus? Or who is a bal achrayus?
Very dependable person.
Ooh. A responsible person. It could be the balabos, but it could be the person in charge or someone that's like what you said, dependable, responsible. This is the person with the clipboard, at the function. The bal achrayus. All right. Not so much a trick question, but what or who is the bal bris?
The moil.
Almost. Der tate. It's the tati. It's the tati holding, whose son is going to get the old for Yiddishin.
The bulbous.
So the moil is the one that's cutting. The sendek is the one holding. And the balbris is the one that's trying not to faint. I suppose. I don't know. And then there's a catered meal. So, okay. I was told I had a good time at my bris. Okay. What is drushin? Anyone heard this word drush?
A great speaker, maybe.
Yeah. Well, this is the closest thing to a Jewish preacher. This is where it's sort of like, making its way into Jewish English. They can drush on anything. They have some sort of, religious, spiritual insight.
Joe.
What or who is the bal choiv?
You're here. Well, when it's enough for lunch, dinner, let me know.
Who or what is the Baal Choiv?
I don't know, a
We
lender?
have
Debtor.
Yeah, debtor. We put you in debtor's jail or something. So yeah, person who owes a lot of money. So you can see, like, this is sort of sarcastic. You're the master of debt, meaning you owe everyone money. So it's a little opposite. And this one too, quite an opposite thing. Baal Hatsoya. What kind of person is this?
Spendthrift?
Ooh, I love that word. Someone who is reckless with money. Shkoya.
I have a question about that one.
I'll try.
The ending Chatzoya, right?
Hatsoya.
Shouldn't it be Bala Chatzoya?
I actually don't know how these follow the gendered rules.
Because I've heard a coachman is a Bala Gola.
A Balagola,
Is a coachman, right?
Is.
So the ending there is with an iron, and the ending of Baal is also with an iron.
Could be. A lot of these terms are like 90-something% coded as male, but I don't know exactly how it handles the grammatical, like the gender between them. So that's a little above my head.
The Agola is the wagon. The Agola is the wagon. It's Baal Agola.
Balagola. And that
Bala Goga. It's
you don't really hear a lot of women balagolas in our tradition. It's always some guy. So, who or what is the Baal Chaloimus?
Joseph.
So, daydream. I think in English we'd say like a daydreamer. You're an idealist, someone that's just constantly dreaming about sushi, world peace, coffee, who knows what else.
A Luftmensch.
A Luftmensch. They just floating around from this to that. No one knows how they survive. Couple more Balim, I think. What would be a Baal? So this is a relatively new term in English as we use it. A Baal Hashpur. A shpua, influence.
Influencer.
What
are influences?
So it could just be an influential person, like, your grandparents or whatever, or your standard, jerk on the internet telling you about their favorite, hot dogs or whatever. Your influencer. The TikTok, the Instagram type of person who's trying to not sell you something by selling. Anyway, enough with this. What about a Baal Tzedakah? We'll end on this. A Baal Tzedakah.
A schnorrer?
Oh, I think it's
somebody's charitable.
charitable. Yes.
Someone that gives. In this case, you'd think it would be something sarcastic.
The philanthropist.
Yeah. You think this would be something sort of ironic or sarcastic, but this is generally someone that gives a lot.
Mm-hmm.
There's that kind of common running joke of the guy that gets up in the shul and says, I, Marty Steinfeld, would like to anonymously donate $10,000 to the Hebrew Shas or whatever. All right. So before we get too comfortable, or as something we said that we love Jews in Jewish, we love to have something sarcastic. We love to have something hidden, maybe a slow delay, a slow release burn of your insult. So we do this sometimes using Hebrew,
sometimes to make an acronym. So we know that tzaddik and tzaddikim and tzedakah are all wonderful things. You should be a tzaddik, you should give tzedakah. It all has to do with being pious and righteous. And then we can change things. The Hebrew prefix, the Hebrew letter base, usually is the prefix in or with, the preposition in or with. So if you want, someone can be acting betzedek. And on the surface, betzedek means with fairness, acting justly. They're acting as if they are a tzedek. Though to take this to the level that we are talking about today has been an acronym or an abbreviation where each letter stands for something else. And this comes out to base, tzadi, dalit, kuf. Betzedek stands for biz, sudi, keshen, which is until the pocket, which is, someone said earlier, this is your tightwad, this is your cheapskate, this is your not charitable person. That you're charitable up and to the point where you have to maybe give a couple dollars or euros or shekels or something like that. So you're generous, you're warm, you're a tzaddik, up until where it really maybe counts, the keshen, your pocket. So this is the type of thing that you could say to someone. If they don't get it, they'll take the compliment, not knowing that you really just called them, a tightwad or a cheapskate or whatever. So something that could sound very nice, but tzedek, no one is born knowing this sarcastic comment. So if someone says, oh, so but tzedek, it would say thank you, but they're really saying, wow, you not so much, not so generous. You put a coupon in the collection plate, that type of thing. Jews don't have collection plates, but if we did, that's what would happen. So, questions, complaints, controversial statements.
Is there an H in wad? Tightwad, cheap wad?
No.
I think that's a regional. I think it's a regional variation from.
No. WAD.
Wad.
It's the H in there.
I think gets gross the more you think about it. So we should all be balet tzadikim. We should all be so generous and warm and great and giving and open. So on that note, I thank you all for coming to yet another installation of I Want You Should, lovingly presented by Chicago YIVO, attended by my parents. And as we like to say in Aramaic, so we have our three languages of traditional Ashkenaz, where we have Yiddish, we have Hebrew, and we have Aramaic. We like to say, Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevarach Le'olam U'mei Almaya. Let the great name be blessed forever throughout eternity. Easy for you to say. So thank you all for coming. If anyone would want to make a tzedakah to Chicago YIVO to support these free programs, feel free. You are not obliged. It is merely an invitation. Your participation and your attendance is worthwhile, is worth. So what I can do, if anyone is curious or interested, I can put my email address in the chat box. And if anyone wants the slides, if anyone wants to read over some things,
No, I read my text.
You can write to me.
My text. I will call you.
May I use any of this in my Yiddish club?
Sure. You have a Yiddish club?
Yeah.
One of her students.
Two of her students are here.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, my email address is in the chat. Use it. I must have put it 5 times.
Yeah. And invite me to, is it online or is it in person?
Online every Monday afternoon at 2:00 Eastern.
Ooh, sometimes I can come. Can you email me some
I'll email
info
you the
on
link.
it?
Yep.
I'd love to come and hang out.
We would be honored.
Oh, so thank you, everyone. And I recorded this, so if anyone wants the recording for whatever reason, send me an email and I will send you the link and you can relive this entire evening. Up until